All right, so there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but to be mindful, I want to make sure that we have some time to do the lightning round and some other things. So I'm going to skip, but I would love to talk a little bit about your pricing model because I know pricing is something that a lot of founders struggle with. And
Yeah.
I know many founders I've had on this podcast that when we've talked about pricing, we're like, I just threw up a number and surprisingly people paid it. And like, then we increased it and then we saw if they would, like, so there, how do you think about pricing? How have you thought about pricing Almanac to date?
Yeah. And so Almanac is still essentially in closed beta, in that we have a huge wait list, but we pull people off of it to try out our product. And so while we were in beta, we established a pricing model that we thought would really set us apart against our competitors, most of whom charge per seat. And so Almanac today in beta is $99 per month for unlimited docs and unlimited users. And that's a low price point for most team sizes, but especially for very large companies. And so our focus is on really supporting collaboration at scale. And so we use that pricing model as really a marketing advantage to get very big companies to start to use our product, which might be earlier than the tools they have today, in part because of advantageous pricing. As we open up the product to self-serve later this fall, we will move to a per editor seat pricing model. And so if you create or have edit access to documents, we will charge probably around $15 to $20 per editor seat. And that's a similar structure to Figma, which also charges per editor seat. And one of the advantages of that is that we will not charge for people that are shared on a document with read or comment access. And so it incentivizes companies to still share documents far and wide, either with the thousands of people that are in their org as part of a wiki, or on a public website where people can read community documentation or developer docs. And anybody who creates branches will always be free. And so people who have read or common access can still submit suggestions to documents. And that helps us actually grow Almanac because it allows people who are receiving Almanac on the other side of that collaboration cycle to experience the magic of our product without having to pay. And so we think about pricing as a growth lever in the future where you can design pricing in a way, as I just mentioned, to incentivize your users to use and grow the product the way that you want them to.